Good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever time it happens to be, wherever you happen to be. I'm Lever.
And I'm Jetlag.
And today we are going to be doing an informal review of Nexuiz, which is out for the Xbox 360, PS3, and PC. Our console of choice, or I should say system of choice, is the Xbox 360. Now, what is Nexuiz? Nexuiz is an arena-style first-person shooter trying to fill in the void that was left by Quake 3 Arena and Unreal Tournament when that style kind of fell out of favor thanks to everyone's perennial favorite, Call of Duty. Now, I may or may not normally go into the options, but today I'm going to take a look at something that's very, very interesting, considering that this is a console game. You can rebind your controls. If you don't like the way they have it set up, you can say, I want my rocket jump to be right button. Boom. I can now rocket jump with the right button. If I decide that, no, I'd rather have my weapon wheel there, I can go down and select weapon wheel, push the button I want it to be on, and boom. It is back. Today I'm going to be showing off the bot match, which another rarity on consoles. I am not going to be playing on Xbox Live. Xbox Live has a few issues. There is some lag, and they're still patching the netcode to try and get it so that you can play 4 on 4. Right now, all you can play online is 3 on 3. And some of the issues are pretty rage-inducing. What are some of the things we've noticed while playing?
Well, we've noticed that some of the online players will, your enemies or your teammates will eventually start jumping around like as if they're lagging.
It looks like they're teleporting all over the place.
Yes, it does.
Alright. There's also some issues with the hit detection and other things like that. Now, what makes Nexuiz different, what makes it interesting, is that instead of the typical hiccups that you would find in an arena shooter, you get dynamic mutators, which allow you to, on the fly, change the rules or even laws of physics while playing the game. I have one concern right off the bat. Even for bot training, you go into a quick match and you cannot select your game mode. Game modes are map specific. So if I wanted to play on Vertigo, I'd have to play Capture the Flag. If I wanted to play on Crash, I would have to play Team Deathmatch. That's not a complaint. I really like the fact that maps are designed for a specific game mode, and they're not going to mess around with that. I would much rather, however, be able to choose to play Team Deathmatch or choose to play Capture the Flag. And you can't even do that online, can you?
Not that I know of, no.
So, you either have to pick a specific map or go completely random. Nothing in between. The mutator set, as you play online, you'll be gaining points to buy things called pips that you can attach to mutators. This makes your chosen mutator, the one that you have more pips in, show up more often rather than being completely randomly selected. Now, we're going to be showing off a bot match on easy, simply so we don't have to put up the frustration of
the teleportation
online, people who rage quit, people who don't realize they're on their last 30 seconds of a trial game, which apparently this on Xbox Live only gives you 30 minutes to try it out, which is 3 matches. Yeah, not that great. Now, this game was originally apparently a Quake 3 Arena mod that ended up taking on a life of its own, and then Ilphonic purchased the rights to the name and, I guess, the backstory and the weapons. I'm not entirely certain on all of that. Ilphonic purchased the rights to use for Nexuiz. Let's leave it at that.
If you've played...
So even though it was a Quake mod, it plays a lot more like... Unreal Tournament
3? Or
Unreal Tournament, whether basically 1 or 2K4.
This is a very fast-moving style shooter. It can be very fun, and it can be very infuriating.
Now, your first weapon is the shotgun, and you're probably wondering why we're saying it plays a lot closer to an Unreal Tournament game. Every weapon has a secondary shot, a secondary firing mode. On the Xbox, the primary...
Ooh, good job.
Oh, was it?
Thank you. Yeah.
On the Xbox, the primary firing mode is bound to your right trigger, and the secondary is bound to your left trigger by default. This is another one of my issues with this game. What I just picked up is called the Strength modifier. It's the only pickup other than armor that is not a mutator. It doubles your damage, and it seriously darkens your screen.
Yeah,
like,
if that's something you didn't notice, as soon as you picked it up, it kind of created this tint on the screen, which can be very annoying. Now, there's also a mutator that does double damage, but it also does the opposite effect.
Actually,
it makes the screen very bright.
I think that's the double strength, which is a ×4.
Oh. What he has going right now for the mutation, why they're jumping constantly, is called Pogo, and it does that. You have no control of how you're jumping or where you're jumping. Well, where you're jumping.
You just can choose where you jump. You just continuously jump. Now,
which is very annoying.
Like Quake, however, jumping speeds you up a little bit. Not sure if anybody's familiar with Quake 3 Arena or Quake Live, but this is definitely an old slow crap. Yeah, that one put me in a third person, guys.
And that mutator was called the Third Eye, which obviously put him into third person. That can be, if you're not familiar with third person, can be very, very confusing. Except if you are quite familiar.
It really doesn't matter if you're used to third person or not. If you don't notice that it's coming, it can really, really mess you up. It took me like a quarter of a second there, or more, to realize that I'm suddenly in third person. Now then, pros. The game is fast-paced, and if you like old-school fast-paced games and you're tired of, say, Call of Duty, this game is a blast. So long as you're either playing online with friends, or you're playing bot match. If you're trying to play online on your own, chances are it will be completely infuriating. To the point where, for me, it really isn't all that fun. So, if you're planning on playing like as a party, I haven't tried to get online as a party. There may be issues. Might help if I actually select a mutator. Well, actually, come to think on it, it's Xbox Live. It's been a while since I've seen an Xbox Live game come out with a working party system right off the bat. And so, chances are there are issues with the party system. I believe I saw something on the forums to that effect as well. You go ahead and get through this. Gameplay should give you a good idea of, well, this is against easy bots, so it'll get you an idea on how it looks. This game was made on the CryEngine 3, so it is a very, very good looking game.
And if you're not familiar with the CryEngine 3, Crysis 2 was run on it.
Yeah, well, Crysis 2 was made by Crytek, who made the engine.
Which was also a very good game.
Very good looking, too. And one thing you will notice is that unlike the vast majority of modern warfare combat style shooters like, you know, Call of Duty or Battlefield, you will not see a whole lot of brown. There's a lot of blues, a lot of reds, a lot of green. It's a very, very vibrant color style. I really, really like that. Instead of the kind of washed out gray look that a lot of games have. It does tend in some of these arenas to be very dark, which I'm not particularly a fan of, but then I also wear glasses, so vision problems there. Most of my games I have to turn up really high on the gamma to be able to see properly. Why you no die? There he goes. Now, the other green, these little green, if you can see them, little green shield things are armor pickups. This is very much, very much an old school shooter. However, it takes a few cues from some newer games. You won't see any health pickups. Your health does regenerate after a short period of time. Here, let's see if I can take some damage without dying here to demonstrate. Well, alright, so sniper rifle go. Apparently it's the only thing I actually have ammo for. I've got full armor. Shoot me! Shoot me! I want to show off health issues. Okay. He had a sniper rifle. Maybe I'll just jump off a really high flip. Which is very high. Insta-jib. Okay. Or insta-gib, I think is the proper pronunciation. If any of you have ever played the insta-gib mods for Quake or Unreal Tournament, yeah, the game's rule set can become insta-gib mid-game, rather than it being a game type. It's where everybody has a sniper rifle and one shot. Even if you shoot somebody in the foot, you kill them. Yep, they explode. Now, another thing I'm really liking about this that a lot of more recent games don't have, there are very, very few hit scan weapons. You have to get very good at aiming. But there are some guns here, like this one, you can just kind of scatter shot with. This gun is the Crylink. It's kind of a shotgun, except that the shots bounce. Oh, and if the shot comes back at you, it will hurt yourself. Alright. This may actually give me the way to demonstrate. Yeah, it's also hard to line up intentionally here. Alright, see how much health I've got now. Yeah, jeez. And give it a few seconds, and it starts filling back up. I actually personally don't mind this, because then you don't have to go looking for... It doesn't waste any time looking for health packs. Yeah, you don't waste time looking for health packs. And if you're constantly getting shot by somebody or constantly shooting someone, it's not like it's an instantaneous health recharge. It takes a few seconds for the health to recharge. It also takes a few seconds for the health to start recharging. So it's not like, you know, they go around a corner and all of your shots have been for naught. And I just fell off the edge of the map. Yay! Now, the average match, online matches are 10-minute time limits, which is mild. It's decently long, but you'll very, very rarely, in my experience, actually play a complete match. by a complete match, I mean all the way to the 50 kills that you need to basically make the time limit move. Why am I using a shotgun?
I don't know. And you're almost dead, by the way.
I saw that. Alright. So I think it's time we come to a few conclusions about Nexuiz. It has some online issues. There are a fair number of bugs. But Ilphonic has a patch in the works to fix a fair number of them, and are dedicated to continued support. So there's a minus, but there's a plus. So I really want to see it after the patch comes out for any definite conclusions on that. I'm going to put that down as not really an issue right now. It's not as fun online as it could be, but it's still a blast when everything's working right. Broad number of or a wide variety, I should say, of weapons. Usually more interesting than your 300 varieties of assault rifle and 30 varieties of submachine gun that something like Call of Duty would give you. And they're strewn around the map. Your starting weapon is a shotgun. That's a plus in my point of view. How can it not be? Let's see. Any pluses?
I think you got them all.
Alright. Well, the fast pace of the gameplay is also just makes it a lot of fun. Now,
yeah, it does.
For some definite minuses. I'm gonna have to cut that throat clearing out. Definite minuses for this game are a lot of the filters either darken the screen or somehow obscure your vision, despite trying to be bonuses, trying to help you out. That is kind of an issue, because you either then have to turn your gamma way up or turn your TV's brightness way up to see properly while those are active. Some of the weapons still have bugs, but again, that'll get taken care of in the patch. The mutators have a tendency to make things very, very unbalanced very quickly. It's not really a minus, because you can pick those up off the map and you can use them against your opponents. This is definitely not a game for everyone. If your preferred first-person shooter is Call of Duty, you're probably going to have a hard time adjusting to the pace that this plays at. You don't kill people in one shot, short of the insta-gib mutator being active. You don't kill guys in 3 or 4 hits. You know, a knife, or in this case a melee, may not kill them in one shot. Just straight up. However, if you're looking to kind of get back to the old school style of a Quake or a Unreal Tournaments, this game is definitely for you. Now, overall, the screen obscuring happens often enough that it's a pretty big issue for me. It's kind of a really big issue in some of the darker sections of some of the other maps where the screen essentially turns black. Any minuses for you?
Other than the screen changes either brightness or dark, again, yeah, what he said, the darkness of the maps can be a bit challenging to navigate once you have one of these buffs. Other than that big one, and other than the ones online, which people start teleporting.
Yeah, but that's a netcode issue, and that's supposed to be patched. Or is going to be patched, I should say. We're not exactly sure when the patch is going to drop, but there was a notice on the site this morning that it is going to be soon. So I would expect sometime either this week or next.
Other than those,
Hopefully.
I find this game pretty fun.
Alright, so I think we can ultimately give this game an informal rating of it's good, it's almost great. It's definitely, if you're into a fast-paced, old-school shooter style, this game is for you, and we can heartily recommend it.
Yes, we can.
Alright, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Please subscribe, like. Actually, wait until we've got a few more videos out to subscribe. But if you like what you saw, please give us a like, favorite, and have a good one.